Hey guys, this is Chris with StocksandStocks.com. I just want to go over a little bit what we've done so far in the day. It's 2 o'clock. We're kind of coming into that last hour of the trading day, and we took a trade earlier for 25 ticks, just a small, trying to get our bearings. It was here. Excuse me. It was here in the morning, and like I said, just kind of a quick trade, just following this downward channel here from the overnight session and into the early morning into the morning session of the regular trading hours. So nothing too complicated, just a basic channel. The reason I guess probably more so than anything, people have a question about when to draw a channel or where to draw a channel. Well, I mean, for me, what I'm looking for, I mean, I didn't do any type of, normally I do a, say I find a the 60-minute wedge pattern or something like that. Normally, something like that to give me a clue, but I really didn't need that. I just kind of saw a pretty plain and Jane channel, You got 2 points here. We've got 1 point, 2 point. I'll just draw it in again. We've got 1 point, 2 point. So, we didn't have any of this stuff. I'm going to highlight what we didn't have here, somewhere around there. And so, basically, obviously I just copied this. Excuse me. Pasted that, and just look for the continuation of that pattern. I didn't feel like the pattern was established enough and far enough into it for me to be worrying yet about a breakout, like you can see right here, a breakout of a channel. So I was just basically okay with there's the breakout. I was basically just okay with following the trend until we got a little bit further down. After this double bottom kind of bounce, obviously, I don't necessarily want to be trying to short this downward trend line anymore. I would just be using that more as an exit points, profit targets. Like your first profit target or your second, whichever one you choose to do. Trying to delete this here. I'm trying to excuse me. So those are those two, the first 30-minute I don't think that's the name of it, but it's just plotting the first 30 minutes of time, the high and the low of the first 30 minutes of the trading day. I just wanted to point that out for you guys so you can make sure. Yeah, that is really something. I try to think what I want to tell the traders out there with respect to their trading. I try to think of what in my trading do I look at that I clue in on a daily basis, and that's something that just kind of gives me a basic feel for what's going on. As you can see, we've just kind of been chopping around inside of that. Just about inside of that 30 minutes of range, and we came out below it about, let's see here, maybe a point. We kind of flushed through maybe a point, so possibly a little breakout, fake out there, and we'll see if we can't see a ramp up to the upside. It's getting here late into the day. We'll see if this continues to hold as resistance. We've got that red moving average in the background is the 200 moving average. Got excuse me, and we're kind of squeezing up a bit here. We're kind of squeezing in between the moving averages here, and let's see here. That's the 20 moving. Excuse me. That's the 20 moving average, and then the 200. So we're just kind of squeezing up into this high of the 30 minutes, of the first 30 minutes of the day. I mean, there's really nothing here. I mean, I'm trying to think about. I mean, how else I can tell you to explain that there's the reason why I feel like there's nothing here. We've already broken out of a pattern. We've had this retest, which would have. I'm not even sure if this is the way my trend line was drawn before, but I see it here. But if this was like this before, um, obviously this is a valid entry. But you're waiting for a retest. If it does come down at this point, since we've already had this first one, I'd probably be reluctant to take the second retest. So say for example we came down here and we pulled this bit, and then we came up here. I probably wouldn't take. Let's just draw this out. I probably wouldn't take this second. I'm not saying it's going to go like this, come straight down like that, but what I'm saying is I probably wouldn't take the second retest, but I'd probably take the third retest. And if that's not the case, I'd probably take say for example we came down and we pulled this move. Gosh. And we decided to do this. Okay, well I'd probably be a buyer here. Because that would be a support. It'd probably line up there with the end of the day. Just a little bit of a bounce at the end of the day, just a quick kind of scalp trade. I don't mean scalp in the sense a couple of ticks. I mean 1 or 2 points, or 1 to 1.5 points. Just a quick low contract size scalp trade. That would all be bullish. I mean, those are the two scenarios I'm looking at. We'll just see what happens. I mean, we're really not moving too much. We've kind of just, we're moving up and down, but we're moving in a range. And for me, I want to see some sort of breakout out of. I'm gonna remove this. I want to see something happen. It's going to show me that we want to get out of this area here. We've tried to flush through the bottom, got picked right back up, had a double bottom there like I said before. Now we're kind of doing the same exact thing here. So like I said, it would be nice to see us come down again, come back up, and hold this as a, come back above this and start using this as more of a support area and not as a resistance area, just for a quick trade in the end. But other than that, I'm not really looking for too much here. We're up about, I think it was 25 ticks, just a couple of trades. Quick, that's about it. I mean, we didn't stochastics. We could have probably paid more attention to them down here, but I felt a little more reluctant to try and take this low than normal. So we kind of stayed away from it, just because sometimes I notice that if the low here was made towards the end of that first 30 minutes, and all so if the low here was made, I don't know if this is exactly 30 minutes, but this would be the time range that would be forming these two horizontal lines you see, and the low down here formed on this last bar of that 30 minutes. So I tend to not just mentally see that, and I see more of a weakness, and I don't really want to try and step into that. So I just wait for more of a confirmation, more than and wait for the tag, or play a trade into the tag of that previous low. So other than that, like I said, my name's Chris. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and that's it.